78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button to hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. All right. So, Rolly Romero back in the news making headlines, still capping, still lying to boxing fans and lying to himself, most importantly. And that's the worst person to lie to, is to lie to yourself, trying to convince yourself something is true that you know in your heart is not true. Recipe for a disaster. But Rolly Romero, uh, we all know that, to give a little backstory, Rolly Romero has been told by his handlers in the PBC to avoid Devin Haney at all costs in the past. All right. Even up until the point where Rolly Romero fought Ryan Garcia and defeated him, Rolly had no interest in fighting Devin Haney after that fight. Devin Haney was supposed to fight Ryan. He had a contract to fight Ryan, whether Ryan or him won or lost those the upcoming bouts in May that they were on the same card, whatever that was, May or April, and uh, of last year. Ryan chose, after losing to Rolly Romero, to take some time away from boxing and not fight Devin Haney in a rematch. That's what happened. Okay, that's exactly what happened. Yet Rolly is out here lying, acting like he don't know why Ryan and Devin didn't have their rematch. He's talking about, oh, it had nothing to do with me beating Ryan. They just didn't make the fight. I think Bill didn't want to make the fight. This is my issue with the state of boxing, is when people blatantly lie because you like somebody or you dislike somebody, so you blatantly lie and change the history of what happened in the situation. Ryan Garcia openly, Golden Boy openly put tweets out saying after the Rolly Romero fight that Ryan was going to take some time away from boxing and he was not going to fight Devin Haney. That came out of Oscar De La Hoya's mouth, or excuse me, that came from Golden Boy's Twitter, okay, and it came from Ryan Garcia himself. But yet, over a year later, 2 years later, we want to pretend like we don't know why the fight didn't happen, as if we want to leave the door open to say that Devin Haney and Bill didn't want the Ryan Garcia match, to continue on this coward narrative or this scary guy narrative that Devin is supposed to be scary, right? So now, Rowley said around that time, being interviewed by Brian Custer, interviewed by Showbiz and others, Rowley told anybody who would listen he's not interested in fighting Devin Haney. He said, "For what? So he'll sue, so he can sue me, so he can sue me when I beat him up. Oh, Devin's not this and he's not that. He tried to diminish Devin Haney, right? And act like Devin was nothing to him. Devin didn't do anything for him. Since then, Rolly Romero has gotten zero action. Right? He hasn't fought nobody. Nobody has shown interest in fighting him. Ryan Garcia came back and had a dominant performance versus Mario Barrios, the weakest welterweight champion, and who was handpicked for Ryan Garcia and allowed to keep his belt for Ryan Garcia specifically. Ryan Garcia, who just lost to Rolly Romero, coming off of a year suspension for PEDs, right? And pleading guilty to it in court behind closed doors at the New York State Athletic Commission. By the way, for all you haters out there, he pled guilty to it. All right, he had a year suspension. Comes back get a title shot versus Rolly Romero for the WBA, a title shot he had never earned. Rolly beats him. Ryan walks away again, comes back, gets another title shot for Mario Barrios, and he beats Mario Barrios. Fine, okay, but uh, Rolly Romero had wanted nothing to do with Devin Haney. He told everybody he wanted nothing to do with Devin Haney. Then uh, uh, Devin Haney, who was calling him out, who wanted all the smoke with him, all of a sudden, now Rolly wants to fight Devin, supposedly, right? Now Rolly is telling everybody who'll listen he'll fight Devin. Oh, I'm gonna send Devin the contract. I'm gonna send an offer to Devin. What happened, Rolly? Oh, we know what happened. You heard Devin Haney was in the mix, trying to negotiate the Ryan Garcia fight. You heard Devin Haney was in the mix trying to get Keyshawn Davis in the ring. You heard Devin Haney was in the mix trying to get Shakur Stevenson in the ring. You heard Devin Haney might leave the welterweight division and go up to 154 to fight Xander for two of his belts. And then all of a sudden, Rolly Romero wants to fight Devin Haney, supposedly, right? The same Rolly Romero who said he wanted nothing to do with Devin Haney. But let's be real. The real reason why Rolly Romero wants to fight Devin Haney, right, or is acting like he wants to fight him, and really the reason why he's accepting that he may have to fight Devin Haney is because Rolly Romero has no more options at this point. Nobody's calling him out. He's not a big draw. Rolly Romero is going to be mandated to fight his mandatory, in which a fight that he can lose and a fight that he is not going to make any money doing it. So his next option is to fight Devin Haney, especially since Ryan Garcia ducked him, which is amazing how Ryan Garcia is allowed to duck Rolly Romero. He gets whooped by Rolly, and then there's not one boxing fan that makes videos, not one content creator that's saying Ryan Garcia needs to be fighting Rolly. Why is Ryan not trying to get it back in blood? Why is Ryan so comfortable with just losing to Rolly and moving on to somebody else? Why? Why is that? Nobody says nothing. Ryan gets the most. This is the most pampered, babied fighter I've ever seen in the sport of boxing. I've never seen grown men fawn over another dude the way in any sport. Y'all can talk about LeBron fans, Michael Jordan fans. I've never in any sport seen grown men go goo goo gaga over another man and make it more excuses for him than what I've seen for Ryan Garcia. Even more so than Tank fans. Ryan Garcia fans are this is some next level, new age corn hub type of stuff here. This is some different type of energy. But anyway, um, Rolly doesn't want to fight his mandatory, so that's what this is all about, right? Now, Rolly is telling everybody who will listen that Devin and Bill are stalling. They're not signing the contract. They don't want to fight. He doesn't really want to fight Devin, but he doesn't want. He'll rather fight Devin than his mandatory. Don't get me wrong, but he really doesn't want to fight Devin. Okay. Um, Rolly's trying everything he can to get out of this fight. All right, he's trying to duck while giving the impression that the Haneys are the ones who don't want to fight. Rolly, the fight is going to happen. Okay. The part that you don't understand, and this is what a lot of you guys who face Devin Haney are going to have to realize. All right, Devin Haney is his own entity. Devin Haney is Devin Haney Promotions. Now that's just not a name. Devin Haney, they actually negotiate their fights. Bill negotiates the fights. Uh, uh, they have to talk about venues, money. They have to talk about splits and they got to talk about all that behind the scene business stuff that Rolly you're not privy to because you're just a fighter. You don't have your own promotional company. And then when the bosses, when your handlers are sitting down having meetings and conversations with Bill Haney and the Haney family, because things are not going the way you think they should be going, and you're not getting the answers from your team in a speedy time, you think that the Haneys are stalling. But in reality, they are conducting business because they are their own entities. You see what I'm saying? These are not people who have to wait for Turkey to negotiate something for them. They're not people who have to wait for Eddie Hearn to negotiate something for them. They are now handling business on their own. So this is the same mistake Regis Prograis made when he was about to face Devin Haney. Regis Prograis told anybody who would listen, the Haneys is stalling. The Haneys don't want to fight. The Haneys, they trying to find a way out. The Haneys is ducking. It's like, bruh, how long are y'all going to keep these narratives? Didn't Brian Norman's team say the same thing? The Haneys are stalling. The Haneys don't want to fight. The Haneys, they go. Then when the Haneys, when Devin them signed the fight for Brian Norman, then the narrative on the internet was, oh, the Haneys gonna pull out. The Haneys looking for a way out. They don't want this fight. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is this, and I took a long way to get here. There's a fake narrative out here that Devin Haney is this scaredy cat. Devin Haney don't really want smoke. He's a runner. He's a coward. And the worst mistake that a guy like Rolly Romero can make is to make that mistake and believe that, because when you get in the ring with Devin, he's gonna surgically beat the mess out of you. He's gonna surgically take away your best weapons. He's gonna embarrass you and make you look like you don't belong in the same ring with him. Right? That's what's gonna happen. And there's not really much you can do to prevent that, Rolly. But what you shouldn't do, definitely shouldn't do, is be out here underestimating Devin Haney and doing making the same mistake that Brian Norman's team made. Okay, thinking that he's scary, he's damaged goods. These are fake narratives put out by Ryan Garcia supporters. I know y'all like Ryan Garcia. I know that y'all are attracted to Ryan Garcia. I get it. This is a new era we're living in. This is strange times, and y'all have no shame. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have no shame. Um, so I understand that y'all are attracted to Ryan and y'all like his look and all that kind of stuff, which is why y'all give him a pass for running around here with Gorlock the Gooch, having relations with Gorlock. Y'all have no problem with this, right? Y'all ain't nobody talking about it. Y'all just hoping this goes away. But if this was Devin Haney, y'all be talking about it forever, right? But anyway, Rolly comes out on Twitter and puts Devin and his daddy are full of ish. Uh, Bill Haney responds by saying, "Gaslighting again? You can't talk your way out of this." Haney Romero is next. All right, now there you have it. The man who was conducting business for DHP tells you that Rolly's next, but Rolly is so impatient and whiny, just like Regis was doing. And Regis was in a rush to get whooped. Remember Regis? Go back and look at them interviews. Oh, the Haneys, man. Oh, they full of it, man. They don't want to fight. Oh, man, they trying to move the date. Oh, the Haneys trying to do this and the Haneys trying to do that. Oh, they don't. Listen, y'all, from my time in interviewing with fighters, bro, I'm telling you right now, a lot of these fighters don't be knowing what the hell they talking about. A lot of them don't be knowing their own business. I'm telling you from what I know, from me interviewing, which is why you don't see me interviewing a lot of fighters no more. Because it's like there's no reason why I should know more about what's happening in the sanctioning body, what's happening with your career than you. You should be the one telling me. But the fact that I know more than you do tells me that a lot of these fighters are just going through the motions. They sign their life away, let somebody else handle all their business, and then we, the fans, come on here and we know who their mandatory is going to be in the next fight. We know this and that, but they don't know none of this stuff. Seriously, they don't know. It's like, so when they get in the presence of the Haneys, they feel intimidated because they think that Devin is stalling or Devin is trying to. A lot of this boils down to jealousy. Okay, if you want to be in that room negotiating with the big dogs, then you have to educate yourself on the business of boxing and ask to be in that room. Say, hey, wherever I'm concerned, I want to be in the room. I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know what's being talked about. Start your own promotional company. Become your own master. That's all you got to do. But a lot of you fighters don't want to do that. You don't want to be your own entity. You don't want to be in that room and find out what the real numbers are and stuff. You trust your team. So when Devin Haney's behind the scene like a boss, when his team is behind the scenes negotiating and figuring out what they're not going to tell you and what they're going to pillage from the gate and from this and this and that, that's just your fault. You should be in that room. So the advantage that Devin Haney has going forward is that for one, people, a lot of the haters, all right, they can't stand Devin Haney and they just on the bandwagon. Most of them couldn't even tell you why. They just repeat what they hear online. Oh, it's his dad. Oh, he's a runner. Devin Haney's a coward. He doesn't fight man to man. He just runs around the ring. Right? Mind you, these are the same people who are basing that Devin Haney's a so-called runner off of the Ramirez fight. But mind you, a year prior, these guys spent the whole year clowning Devin Haney, talking about he got hit. He couldn't get out the way of the left hook from Ryan. It wasn't that he couldn't get out of the way of the left hook. Devin Haney stepped to Ryan Garcia and stood toe to toe to fight. He stood toe to toe with a puncher and fought him, and the man was juicy. The man Ryan Garcia was full of that ish, if you know what I'm talking about, full of PEDs. And that's what they are, performance enhancing drugs. That's what Ostarine is. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. You ain't a chemist, you ain't a scientist, you don't know nothing. Oh, I know people who football players and they took their stuff and they say they don't really do nothing. But just shut up, man. Shut up. I'm sure if your girl come home with just a little bit, trace amounts of my jizz on her lip, I'm sure that's not going to affect her ability to cook you dinner. I'm sure she can still do a good job. But you ain't gonna say, oh man, oh man, that little jizz ain't did nothing to her lip. I mean, she still kissed me. I mean, she still took the kids and put the kids to bed. Hey man, she made me dinner. Man, look, man, I don't believe it. That little jizz didn't do nothing. Did she have her lip? At the end of the day, Osterin is a performance enhancing drug. Many combat sports athletes take it because they are more educated than you are. But goes back to what I'm saying. Because people like Ryan Garcia, they are willing to lie and be ignorant. All of a sudden, caffeine don't work no more because Ryan got it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, weed don't get you high no more because Ryan had it. I mean, we don't do nothing. No, it don't. You know, man. Man, I know plenty of people that didn't smoke it, man, and they never really got a buzz. Oh, alcohol don't do nothing, man. Man, come on, bro. Man, I know people who drunk a whole fifth, man, and they ain't even get buzzed. Driving fast don't do nothing. Man, I know plenty of people who be speeding, man, ain't never been no accident. This how y'all sound. Ridiculousness. So, like I say, the advantage that Devin Haney has going forward is that people will underestimate Devin. All right, they will say he don't have no power. They'll say he don't have no chin. They'll say he don't really want to fight. He don't want no smoke. And then when they get in the ring and get outclassed, then they'll become Devin Haney experts on getting whooped by Devin Haney. Like I say, the only time you ever hear from Regis up until recently, now that he's going to fight Conor Ben, and I hope Regis wins because I can't stand Conor Ben, but I know Regis going to get knocked out because this is a cherry pick for Conor Ben, and that's what he does. Conor Ben fights small people and beats him up, so he can look like his power is more devastating. And then when he fights somebody bigger than him, like, excuse me, when he fights somebody his size, like Chris Eubank Jr., he drains him. That's what happens, and he gets away with it. See what I'm saying? But that's the sport of boxing. If you like somebody, you let them get away with all of their ridiculousness, and if you can't stand them, then all of a sudden you want to, criticize them and bring all that mess out. But regardless, going forward, Devin Haney has the advantage that people will underestimate him, and so Devin should take full advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Take full advantage of that. So let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all tune in. Make sure y'all share this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel because YouTube is actively unsubscribing people from my page. So make sure that you hit the like button and let the algorithm know you appreciate these types of videos. Make sure you are subscribed and make sure that you turn on your notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on all. Okay, if you're not getting your notifications and you already got them on, then what you need to do is unsubscribe from the channel. Listen to me good. Unsubscribe from the channel, right? And then refresh the page. Come back to my page, right? And then resubscribe and turn on all notifications. Then you should start getting them again, at least for a little while, before they pick up on that and start messing with me again. You know what I mean? But that's what you guys got to do. All right. Also, make sure you check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there and get some of that good game. We have a community of people over there, of brothers and sisters, and we have grown folk conversations over there about building credit, about financial literacy, personal, spiritual motivation, um, all types of things, relationships, everything grown and sexy. We over there talking about it, and it's all 100 over there. It's honesty. Ain't no fronting and capping. Ain't no big me, little you. We're men. You understand? And shout out to everybody that's been supporting and been a part of the Patreon for years and years and years. Shout out to, it don't matter what tier you sign up to. I appreciate the support. But if you want your best bang for your buck, I would advise you to sign up to the Tales of a Hustler tier. If you're a member of the mighty LDBC, I would prefer you to sign up to the LDBC tier so that now you're going to get that. You're going to get all the same content. But on the LDBC tier, you know, it allows me a chance to have access direct access to the members of the LDBC, so we can cut out all that false flagging and people talking about they this and that and oh, what's up LDBC, woo woo, and I ain't never heard of them, ain't nobody ever seen them, blah blah. And then when we get special events and things of that going on, uh, uh, you get access to those things right away. Also, one-on-one conversations and things of that nature are available also on the Patreon for that tier. You get a phone number. If you sign up to that tier, you get a phone number in which you can reach me and we can have conversations because my time is is expensive at this point in time. I used to take time aside away from my family, away from spending time with my kids and my loved ones, and give that to people on the internet, and only to be betrayed by people. I can help dudes with their relationship, help dudes get their woman back. 2 weeks later, these same dudes, after being on the phone crying with me about their woman and left them because she didn't call them cheating, I tell you how to get the woman back. You get the woman back. 2 weeks later, you and somebody else chat while they cooking meat, while they talking crazy. Somebody who don't even know me, disrespecting me. You all in the chat. Then I ask you about it, and you say, "Oh man, I go everywhere. It's no disrespect. I just shut up, dude. Get away from me. No loyalty, no respect, no human decency, man. I can't rock with people like that." So shout out to everybody that supports the grind, everybody that's on code of manhood, you know what I'm saying? On code of womanhood, and none of that backbiting, betrayal, snaky behavior. I want to come up by any means necessary, crab in the barrel mentality. That's not how we operate. But anyway, look forward to seeing y'all. 70 Sports TV, salute to the mighty LDBC. We up out here though, deuces.